Hey guys, it's Ellen playing Slay. In today's video, I'm going to be using Unearthly's Shadow Sculpt palette to create this look. Really excited. I had a really fun time with it. And if you want to follow along or just, chill out while I'm doing my makeup and you do yours, keep on watching. In today's video, I'm going to be using Unearthly's Shadow Sculpt palette. We have a great selection of green tones and kind of like greeny blues with some of the shimmers. I think I'll be focusing a little bit more on this like acidy shade with the dark green. I'm just going in with an eye base. You can use whatever you'd like. I'm using a paint pot. And I'm using a brush for it because my nails are a little bit too long. I'm going into the shade Sunrot here, this kind of acid green, and I'll be going in on my upper eyelid above the crease. So we'll just have at it. I'm bringing this all the way up to my eyebrows, kind of keeping it a little bit more concentrated by the crease, and then blending up as I lose pigment on the brush. I'm taking Sunrot down on the lower lash line as well. Just creating like this really grungy, gross looking look, but I'm okay with that. In fact, we aim for it, we strive. And I'm bringing it quite far down into the eye bags. I really want to look sickly, and so far I think it's working. I'm going into the shade Bogheart here in the upper corner. And I'll be going on the eyelid with that, blending it into the shade we previously laid down. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask, since it's spring, you guys are doing any spring cleaning or spring closet cleanouts? I've been watching quite a lot of videos with that, and it's making me a little bit more motivated to try and organize the things that I have in a way where I can appreciate them more. I guess I'd like to get through the things that I don't often use and give them good homes, either donating them, selling them on Depop, giving them to friends. I have some like makeup palettes that I want to do that with, and I think I have a number of clothes. I have a box of clothes that I want to put up on Depop, but we'll see if that actually happens. I'm going to give myself a limit until fall to give myself time to hype up and do it. I'm just going back and forth in between the two shades to kind of blend them in the way that I want. It's getting a little heavy-handed, so we'll see what we can blend out. I do think I'm on the last leg of this eye pencil. It's an LA Girl one, just in like the shade black. And I'm going into the waterline. And I'm going to be blending that Bogheart shade, the dark green, into the eyeliner. Oh, okay, I think I was getting back to what I was saying originally. Watching all those closet cleanouts, I do want to do spring cleaning, and I'm wondering if you guys are doing any of that also. If you are, let me know down in the comments what kind of method approach you kind of do. If you like kind of sorting it in like a KonMari style, or Swedish death cleaning with it, or you create your own system. It'll be nice to know if there's other people who go about things the same way. I think I'm gonna go into Bogheart a little bit more, and I want to create a winged look, so I'm going a little farther out in the corner. And then I just have a flat shading brush with my cellar water, and I'm using that to just cut out a wing. It's looking like two different eyes right now, but we're gonna fix it. I've not quite had my mirror set in a spot that's been easy to see. Going into the shade Toxic Dew here, and I'll put that in the inner corner. I'm going into the shade Wilted Wings, the shade here. And I'll be going in on my inner corner with that. I'm just popping it into kind of like a black shade. It's like a deepened purple in another palette. The Just a Taste palette. I'm using Nocturnal Kiss, and I'm just patting that into my outer corner. I like the green, but I do want to deepen it. I have Kisses eyelashes in the type Bare Fair. I'll be using those. I'm gonna pop on a little bit of mascara before I put the lashes on, just to blend them a little bit. I'm going in with a Radiant foundation, and I usually apply setting spray beforehand because I just like how my foundation moves with it. I don't know if it impacts longevity. I don't wear my makeup for an extensively long amount of time, but I do find that it helps wear naturally. But I think that's also the foundation type that I do use, and I choose to match my face tone for the most part, so when it does brush off, it doesn't look as apparent. So I don't know, those are kind of things to keep in mind, because if you match to your neck or your chest and you do foundation like that, if it rubs off, then it'll be a little bit more apparent. So that's what I do, but I don't know. I have my Mob Beauty palette that I ended up making. We'll be going into the shade M72. I did get a new one since I did pan and finish the old blush. And I do like going quite close to the apples of, well, not the apples of my cheeks, sorry. I like going quite high on the high points of my cheekbones close to my eye looks because I think it looks fashion. No, I think it just looks quite lifting and pretty. So that's why I do that. I have just an eyebrow pencil that I'm going in with really quick. Brushing through my brows. I don't really know how to do thick, like how to fill in already hairy eyebrows, so that's what I do. I'm going into the Blend Bunny and my Pang. I do apologize. The Efflorescence palette. And I'll be going into the shade Lichen. It's the green tone there. Going on the underneath of my brow bone. And then we're going to finish it off with the Juicy Tint from Glisten Cosmetics in the shade Olive. And then I have the Unearthly Menacing Metals lipstick in the shade Dragonfly. And to really round it out, I think I'm going to add a little bit of white mascara. I have this from Dieverune. And I'm just going to go on my lower lashes. I'm just throwing a little bit of the shade Bogheart onto my lips. So here's the finished look. Like grungy, ethereal. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If there's any other makeup indie brands that you'd like for me to try out or any looks that you'd like me to do, let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!